Hi, I'm Brittany Bullock, and I'm your school administrator. Today we'll go over 5 issues within the Twinsburg City School District. Strong schools are not built by chance. They are built through intentional leadership. In Twinsburg City Schools, principals are not only instructional leaders, they are system leaders. As a result, the organizational and management system we design and sustain directly influence the student safety, academic learning, staff well-being, and overall school ethos. With that in mind, today's session focuses on 5 critical organizational and management issues facing school leaders in Twinsburg. More importantly, it highlights how leading with intention in these areas enables schools to fulfill their mission, strengthen community trust, and create conditions in which both students and adults can truly flourish. To begin, we must address school safety planning and crisis readiness. Safety is foundational. Without both physical and psychological safety, meaningful learning cannot occur. Accordingly, principals in Twinsburg are responsible for ensuring that emergency procedures, building security measures, and communication protocols are not merely compliant but fully operational and effective. When safety systems are unclear or inconsistently practiced, response times slow, confusion increases, and learning disruptions follow. In contrast, well-designed and regularly reinforced safety systems reduce anxiety, protect instructional time, and strengthen trust among students, staff, and families. Effective safety systems include clearly defined emergency roles for staff, regularly review and practice safety drills, and a centralized, accessible safety plan aligned with district expectations. Beyond internal systems, principals play a critical role in leveraging community resources such as a local police, fire departments, emergency medical services, and mental health providers. Through these partnerships, schools enhance preparedness and ensure coordinated responses during times of crisis. Ultimately, when safety systems are intentional and well communicated, schools visually demonstrate commitment to care, dignity, and responsibility, cornerstones of a thriving school culture. Building on safety, the next issue is chronic absentee and attendance management. In Ohio, chronic absenteeism, defined as missing 10% or more of school days, remain a significant barrier to student achievement. Therefore, attendance must be understood not simply as an administrative task, but as a matter of equity, access, and opportunity. Without intentional attendance systems in place, students can quietly disengage, academic gaps widen, and long-term outcomes suffer. Conversely, strong principals establish a proactive, data-driven attendance process that identifies concerns early and mobilize support quickly. Key organizational systems include daily attendance monitoring routines, early warning indicators to identify patterns before they escalate, and consistent and timely outreach protocols for families. In addition, principals leverage community resources such as health providers, counseling services, transportation supports, and family assistance organizations to address barriers that extend beyond the school's immediate control. By prioritizing attendance, principals reinforce a school ethos that sends a clear message. Every student matters. Every day matters. In doing so, they directly support the district's mission and promote student flourishing. Closely connected to attendance is the third issue, student behavior and school climate systems. Behavioral disruptions and unresolved conflict directly affect both safety and learning. When discipline systems lack clarity or consistency, instructional time is lost, staff morale declines, and student trust erodes. Intentional leaders respond by establishing organizational systems that clearly define behavioral expectations, align disciplinary response with data and district policy, and balance accountability with restorative and supportive practices. Furthermore, principals can extend their impact by partnering with community-based organizations that provide mentoring, conflict mediation, and youth development services. These partnerships expand school capacity and reinforce positive behavioral norms. When discipline systems are fair, predictable, and grounded in respect, schools cultivate a culture of dignity and belonging, conditions that are essential for academic growth and healthy relationships. Next, we turn to special education services delivery, and compliance. Special education represents one of the most complex organizational responsibility principles to manage. For that reason, effective systems are essential to ensure students receive legally required services while also supporting inclusive learning environments. Without strong management structures, schools risk noncompliance, inequitable access to services, and strained relationships with families. Effective organizational practices include tracking systems to monitor IEP service delivery, calendars to ensure evaluation and review timelines are met, and to collaborative scheduling that protects instructional services. In addition, principals leverage community resources such as therapy providers, advocacy organizations, and transitions to adult agencies to support students and families holistically. When special education systems function effectively, schools affirm their commitment to equity, inclusion, and belief that every learner has value and purpose. Finally, we examine fiscal stewardship and facilities planning. In Twinsburg, long-range initiatives such as facility improvement planning underscore the importance of responsible resource management. Consequently, principals play a vital role in ensuring that site-level decisions align with the district financial priorities and long-term sustainability goals. Strong organizational systems in this area include transparent budgeting processes, strategic alignment between instructional goals and resource allocation, and ongoing collaboration with district, business, and operation teams. Equally important, principals engage community stakeholders, including families, local leaders, and taxpayers, by communicating clearly about needs, priorities, and outcomes. Through intentional stewardship, principals build credibility, preserve learning environments, and ensure resources are used in ways that maximize student success. In conclusion, leading with intention means recognizing that systems shape cultures. In Twinsburg City Schools, principals who thoughtfully design and sustain strong organizational and management systems protect safety, expand learning opportunities, and cultivate a positive school ethos. As you reflect on today's session, consider this question. What system in your building, if strengthened, will most improve students' learning and well-being? Identify one area, commit to one concrete improvement, and lead with purpose. When systems work, people thrive, and that is the heart of effective school leadership. Thank you.